Welcome to Creative Life Master, where we learn to master our creative lives. And I'm here once again with Sam. I'm sorry, I should allow you to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Sam Bolin, and I am a current writer of a manga series called Vigilante.
And
And this kid.
there you go. Yeah, so he's a writer. So search his books up on Amazon and anywhere else you're gonna put them at.
Probably Target. I'm working on a bunch of different ways to get my books out there.
They're really good. He does the artwork, he does the writing, he did everything, and so very talented. Today, which is the same day, just different setup. I wanted to talk to him about something that was made aware to me. Do you want to mention part of it?
It's kind of like a fear of getting close to people, and I guess it's like getting myself out there. It's a fear of getting myself out there.
So, to explain it from my perspective, because I hang out with him a lot. He's my brother. So, when we go to, like, say, the mall, right? He will sometimes hang behind me and let me lead, despite me being visually impaired, dude. But he will kind of hang behind me. Nothing wrong with that, but it starts to play a part in just day-to-day things. Like, for instance, one video idea I told y'all about was, I believe I told you about, was I want to call people, random people, and build a connection over the phone. Kind of like Discover Connection, one of my favorite channels, or Yes Theory. They find unique ways that is completely out of the norm of meeting people and building bonds and friendships that way. I mean, there's whole videos of them knocking on strangers' doors from the projects, from the absolute richest areas, cooking for strangers. They do all these things, and it always, most of the time, goes well. So I want to implement that stuff, but Sam here, which understandable, it's not no pressure or anything like that, is a little fearful of that, and I wanted to talk to him about it. So, of course, everything you say is all up to you. If you're comfortable with saying it,
Yeah.
feel free to say it. I guess I'll start off by asking you, why do you think it's hard for you to talk to people out in public, to do, I guess, to get yourself out there?
Well, I think speaking has always been an issue for me because I have, for those who are unaware, I have autism, and with autism, I had to have speech therapy, and for the longest time, since I've had it, like, it's been hard to talk to people, like, about different things, like, oh, how's the weather, or what'd you have for dinner, or certain things like that. I'm more the guy who wants to just talk about, like, hey, what do you like about this guy or this guy, or like, who's your favorite character out of, like, the Marvel universe or DC universe.
And where do you think that stems from? Besides autism, was it like a situation where you was a kid and you try to get to know people, but then they would maybe turn you down, or unless you brought up something specific? What could have been a situation like that that may have sparked it as more of a set in stone problem? Because you couldn't speak when you was younger. You told me, but now you speak very well. So could it be a situation where you're just kind of stuck in what it used to be like?
It could be. I'm honestly not sure. Like, I'm not sure about myself on that one because, like, I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, understandable. Of course, it's 100% fine to not know, because, well, in life you just don't always know, and sometimes it's a process. But I would say this: what about, so sometimes we would go out, or kind of like what he said, he would bring up, when we have conversations or go out, he will bring up the same type of branches of what he's comfortable with, which is 100% fine, but that can cause issues over time in terms of others people outlook on you. Is it a possibility that maybe uh, you brought up one of your favorite subjects to somebody and they turned it down like that and just made you uncomfortable with other people and being fearful of having any other type of conversation besides what you're comfortable with. So
I think
you feel safety with this person. I know this person likes to talk about this character, so I'm gonna stick beside this person rather than this one.
I think that's a plausible explanation. I don't remember a specific moment in time where I've been like that. Where I've been like, oh, since I don't know since they don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna just be silent and not talk to them. I don't think I've ever been like that, but I have had like, I don't know. It's really weird. It's really weird, but I know it's not like that. It's a little bit different than that.
In your words, how would you, if you can, try to convey to me how different? You can use any form of language you like. You can give me an example, a demonstration. Doesn't matter. Just try to see if you are able to convey how it's a bit different.
Like, I'm drawing a blank right now.
You're fine. You're fine. Sometimes like tackling some things that's been a problem for a minute, if you can call it a problem, it takes a while for a solution. Sometimes the solution comes out of nowhere. You can be in the shower, like, oh, I just thought of it. You could be asleep. I know I had moments where I was asleep, and I went to bed struggling with something. I woke up in the middle of the night like, oh, that's how you do it. So no, you're definitely fine. It's just because this is kind of upfront, blunt, like not blunt, but we're attacking them head on, and because of that, it can definitely overwhelm you. Mm-hmm. So that's not the whole goal of this. So I'm gonna try to offer you some strategies, if I can, to maybe help you in getting comfortable, at least somewhat comfortable in uncomfortable situations where people are surrounding you and or you're outside your comfort zone. You need to introduce yourself or talk to people in any regards, whether that's on the phone, FaceTime, being more comfortable. One thing I learned is that the person you talk to deserves respect, of course. Mm-hmm. They are, if you're a Christian, they are a child of God, and you treat all people with respect. But when you meet somebody new, go into it with an intention. Is my intention to be friends with this person? Is my intention to just say hi to this person? Is my intention to date this person? Once you have an agenda or an idea of what you're going to do before you even have a conversation with this person, everything falls into place. At least this is what I do. Some people have their different strategies, but this is what I do. For instance, if I see someone and I say, okay, my goal is to make this person a friend, then I'm gonna have, okay, how would I speak to them? I'm gonna speak to them with a friend, open-ended questions to keep the conversation going. I'm gonna say, hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm Jameer. They say their name. I say, random question. If you was in the zombie apocalypse, what would you do? And then you can bring in humor, like, okay, like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't think I could be friends with you then. And then typically, you can laugh it off, to make it absurd and stuff.
Yeah.
If your goal is to just, make it, like, if you're in a room with a bunch of people, you don't inherently want to, these are the type of people you don't really want to hang out with overall, because, I don't know, maybe they're more energy and you're more introverted and just not into that, what they're into. You want to say hi to them, say, okay, my goal is to say hi to them, it made me feel better, probably make them feel cool, feel better too. So once you have that agenda, you can just go up to them like, it's very nice to meet you. I'm Sam Bolin, and hope you have a fun rest of your night. Once you have once you have an idea of what your purpose is in a conversation, it makes it a lot easier. That's why when you really kind of break it down, like therapists, psychologists, the counselors, when they have conversations with people, typically it's over a topic, and they can talk about that topic for a while because they have the idea of the conversation, like they have the idea of what they're going to talk about, and the discussion just continues on that path, allowing that conversation to be longer and longer and longer, versus if we just walked in and said, and say we just sat down, we didn't have any idea what we're going to do. We can sit here like, hey, how you doing? Pretty good. So you like the weather? So it can build an uncertainty when you come into a conversation like that. Of course, it doesn't have to be that way, because some people are just naturally gifted and they like to have conversations with people, and they would just keep throwing out questions or having fun ideas and all that. But not everybody's that way. So I don't think you need to be that way. You can always become stronger in terms of any part of your body or mental instability that you think you have. Any part, you can always build it stronger. Always. It's just a matter of, are you willing to? Do you want to? Because sometimes it's okay to say, nah, I'm good. That's completely fine. Mm-hmm. It's just, if you want to, then you need to take some actionable steps. And it's just a matter of which actionable steps we're going to take, which ones are comfortable to you, to allow you to do it over and over and over again. Build that repetition. Because confidence comes from comfortability. And comfortability comes from practice or consistent doing of one thing. Like for instance, if somebody asks me right now, draw a dinosaur, I won't be comfortable. I'm gonna be. You want to see the image? You sure? You sure? But if I ask you to draw a dinosaur, you're like, oh yeah, because you're an artist.
Yeah.
So you're comfortable with it. So it's all about building that repetition, building that confidence, and you can do it at any step, any time. You can say, you know what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna say hi to one person I see. Hey, guy's like, what's up? Okay, that wasn't bad. Somebody says, you say, hey, what's up? Eventually, it's like, hey, how you doing today? You get offer a fist bump, they fist bump you back, like, pretty good. Of course, you're gonna have some negative encounters. Hey, but don't worry about them. Look back, think about when something like that happens. Think back. I want to be friends with that person anyway. I want to be friends with the guy that just gave me a fist bump. Think about it like that. It can make it a little bit easier. Can like that. Take that weight off your shoulders. Like, not everybody's gonna be attuned with you.
Yeah.
So once you have that idea, it becomes a lot easier to step outside your comfort zone. And the only reason I'm saying this, and I know this for me personally, is because that's what I do. And it was quite hard getting into this mindset growing up because I'm visually impaired. So I didn't have a car, I didn't have the opportunities to go out because I was nervous to go out because of my visual impairment. What if I won't be able to see that far? What if somebody watching me? What if this, that, and everything else? So I was a bit nervous, you know. So over time, I just had, I wanted something. I wanted success in any regards, not any regards, but in my regards, I should say. I craved it, and the only way to become a successful person is to attack it head on. And unfortunately, I say unfortunately in a happy yet sad mannerism, because it's like, unfortunately, you have to get outside your comfort zone almost non-stop. But that's also the fortunate part about it, is because once you get used to it, once you get confident at your own ability, realize that you are worth it, once you get to that point, it becomes a lot easier and it becomes exciting. That conversation was amazing. I wish I could talk to that person again, but I'll probably never see them again. But that conversation was worth it. It's always going to be here. All right, so that's what I can offer right now. I appreciate you for sitting down and talking to me, giving me the information that you could give me, that you currently have, and I appreciate you for allowing me to film it, because I know that's kind of personal.
Yeah.
Hopefully I helped you in some sort of way, and if not, Salmon is my brother, best friend, so I come over, I call him all the time, he calls me all the time, so we can always work on it if he decides to.
Yeah.
And so this is a bit different than like if it was a stranger, because of course I wouldn't be able to do that, but And since I know a little bit more about who he is, it makes it a lot easier to I guess talk to you, and also to offer advice that I think can work well with you, since I've seen you and how you interact with people a lot, versus somebody who I haven't seen, but who I have to really analyze and break down completely from up front. So I appreciate you for being my first, basically. You took my counseling virginity. Alright, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and if you did, I would really appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe, especially comments. If I really want you to comment down below. If you want to talk to me, just message me here, like in the comments. I would read it. I read every comment, and if you want to hear an opinion of mine or advice or anything of that nature, I'll be willing to give it for free, of course. So, with that being said, have a beautiful, blessed day.